the architects of freedom, Eritrea's daughters. They say history is written by the victors, but in Eritrea, it was forged by the hands of its daughters. Before the war, those hands knew the rhythm of the hearth and the art of Kuno weaving braids that mapped lineage and legacy. But when shadows fell over the lowlands, she became a Tegadalit. She did not trade her identity for a rifle. She integrated them. In her plastic Shida sandals, she crossed scorched mountains, carrying her weapon with the fierce, protective weight of a mother holding her child. She was the frontline soldier and the tank commander, the barefoot doctor, the surgeon, and the pharmacist in underground hospitals. She was the mechanic repairing engines in the dark, the truck driver navigating mountain passes, and the radio operator connecting the front. From the teacher in the zero school to the journalist, documenting the struggle. She was the political organizer, Taylor, and the cook who sustained a movement. For 30 years, Eritrean women made up a third of the front lines. Her resistance was more than combat. It was an act of radical care. She was the shield that stood between Eritrea and her people. Glory to the Eritrean woman, the heartbeat of the revolution, the soul of the soil.
An Ethiopian army collapsed because she rose with her brothers and sisters, a proud Eritrean woman.
أود نفش